Witam Was bardzo, bardzo serdecznie ponownie. Ze mną goście Łukasz Górasiński z Tripleplay, dobrze wymawiam, tak? I Marc Schiedl. Sorry, BrightSign. Poof. Friday. You have too small logo for me. Yeah? No glasses. Yeah, guys, we are after 2 days of the show, yeah, and you have a lot of talks here and so on. I would like to discuss shortly in this very short debate, yeah, on Friday evening, afternoon, about the signage, yeah, because the signage market is known in Poland, yeah, for many years. Yeah, there's nothing new, yeah. So I would like to ask the question, yeah, what is really new in 2022? Yeah, this is any changes, yeah, or do you prognose any changes for next year? Yeah, is any new tendency in this market and so on? Yeah, because what is signage? I think everybody knows. Yeah, so it is monitor, some content, and so on. Yeah, but maybe there's some trends that you would like to share. Yeah. Let's start with
okay.
Marc.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. Yeah, thank you for the days. It was very nice having us here. Yeah. So for us, clearly, for the trends for the next year is mission critical. So we see that digital signage is not a nice to have thing anymore. So you see it on the restaurants and on the airport, whatever. It has to work. So there's no fallback to papers anymore or something like that. So the projects get a lot more mature. There's a lot more security involved. There's a lot more stability involved. So that the client needs to have it and it needs to work 24/7. So I think one of the trends is really to do it right the first time and not trying something and it's maybe nice to have if it works or not. So that's one of the things that we see that clients are really pushing for good working solutions. A and B, what we are seeing is that the projects also are growing expectations on the interaction with the clients. So they tried, for example, the retailers try a lot more to engage their customers and to get feedbacks in that. So that's two trends. One is interactivity, so with sensoring, with presence sensors, with touch, with anything, interact with the client or with the mobile even. And B, to get this data. To analyze what works best, how many people are in the store, how many people interact with my screens, what brands do they look like, and so on. So collect this data and use it to make a better offer. So that's one of the major trends, apart from the whole big trend that we see in Pro AV. I think the last 2 years it's LED. I mean, it's getting a big screens, LED, customer solutions. So I think that's the trends we are seeing right now.
Okay, Łukasz?
Yeah, what Marc said is absolutely right. We can see lots of projects that are based on LED screens nowadays. So we can see that evangelizing people works, and they know that LED now is not something super expensive, super extra, and of not such a good image quality. You know, the pixels, the pitch is getting smaller. So we're building lots of LED screens that are 4K or even greater resolutions nowadays. But when it comes to trends, I think we can't really reinvent the wheel. You know, it's all about communication through our visual signs somehow, regardless whether it's a projector, LED screen, LED, LCD, and so on. But I think it's about data visualization, KPIs, communicating with the user so they feel connected to the brand. So it's not really just getting to them through the large format displays, but also through your mobile phones via applications that we can send push messages to the employees and maybe even greet your visitors on site.
Yeah, you mentioned also the sensors. Yeah, okay, the typical sensors that we are picking some goods and so on. This is also not new. Yeah, we know it also from years. Yeah, but I think today also we can offer on the market to the customers also much more sensors. Yeah, this is going more also to IoT or something like that. Yeah, so such combinations. Yeah,
absolutely.
Do you know some example that you can share with some partners? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean there are so many options, and the thing is, I mean, you always see the hyped things like, okay, there's a camera, it's a gender and age thing and so on, but what we have seen is more like the smaller things, like, hey, you have a little presence sensor and you have different contents, like when people are far away, you try to attract them, and when they are near, you offer something else. So this is a $10 sensor which attracts your application more. And what we're seeing now is really that you can combine a lot of these things, that you can combine touch with a sensor, with something new. And good examples, I think, is also analytics. For example, there's a really nice solution that we can put on our players where we count mobile phones. You know, we act like an access point. And every visitor's mobile phone tries to connect you, so you can track the MAC address. So with no, so all is data secure, but with no big effort, you can really count and make heat maps from people tracking into the store. And I think that's good examples what you can do with little effort. You don't have to spend hundreds or thousands of euros per application to extend your thing, like having just a looping screen. I think
Łukasz?
Exactly right again. Back in the day, we used to do projects based on simple motion sensors. Yes, it was either on or off, or someone was in the area where they were supposed to be. But now with the proximity sensors, we can be more precise and decide whether we actually want to react because we sense that someone is in front of the screen, or whether we wait for them to come closer. But obviously, things like cameras, not only counting people with some virtual gateways, so integration that we did with cameras that do exactly that. They basically can count the number of people that are walking into the building or into an area that could be restricted. You know, we've learned with our previous 2 years.
Yeah, but with my question, because I observe in Poland, many shops, that even they had signage inside the shop, but on the gate was still the man, with the paper and counting the people,
counting machine,
counting machine, or just put it's 5 too much or whatever, So it was not implemented such solution during pandemic. I was impressed. Why?
I think the good thing now is really that the vendors are growing and the partnerships, the ecosystems are growing. So people like the display vendors, LED vendors, work with the hardware and software providers together. We have done a lot of projects together. So now you have the solution really ready, so you don't have to develop every project on their own. You don't have to code anymore because the solutions are ready. So you just put some small cables together and can now do it. So I think the offering is a lot much cheaper, but also a lot quicker to roll out, because you know now what components you need, what partners you need to put together to make it work.
This is also my question, because we are discussing here with our partners. This is program from them, and if someone would like to integrate some sensors, like you said, proximity sensors, other sensors, with your products or your products, what they need, do you deliver also the sensors? They need to buy the sensors on the market, in some electronic store or whatever, how it is organized, Because I know that you're offering some players, and so on, some software and so on, but how connected together, What knowledge they need to know, to get, and also from where they need to purchase this,
Okay, So there are two possibilities. Once they have sensors that they like and they want to use, so we can easily integrate it. So we will do the programming. It's not a big programming because it's easy commands to implement that.
But
so
where to buy the sensors?
We can we, for example, partner with Nexmosphere. It's a Dutch company. We are super close together. We do a lot of shows together, and we do all the projects together. So they can program Bright also, for example. So we can offer that through our distributors. They are also offering all the sensors. So you can choose in between about I think 300 sensors. So there's a little control box with the sensors. It's connected via USB to our players, so we can provide everything
so
together.
Connect USB,
Absolutely, and you can really combine all the sensors with this little control box, and we get the serial commands from the player, and we know the players exactly, so we can support them. But also the sensor company knows Bright also and our box, and can program on our platform. So there's really good help for the customers. It's an all-in-one solution that they can buy from us.
Exactly. And you can buy Nexmosphere directly from them even. So they're really good in pricing up, and you can give them a spec what you want to achieve, and they will tell you exactly what you need. We've done a few projects with them as well. Very good guys.
I know them as well, of course.
There is a few companies, but
they were one of the event in the past, together. Exactly. Signage, Digital Signage Trends. We had in Warsaw, many years ago. So I invite them as well. Okay. You mentioned the LED screens and so on, I think also the trend is that we observe it sometimes even in Poland starting, but also in Western countries, that the content is changing. We see the 3D content. That you think that something is going out of the screen. Some we need very nice content sometimes. Do you think this is also the future of the content production? Or is it very expensive? It is only just from time to time.
Exactly. I mean, it is now a really cool thing, but now we also see so many videos coming out from Far Eastern places. Everyone kind of does it now, and we know how it works. It's not so surprising anymore that it used to be. It looks definitely eye-drawing and it gets the attention, and I guess this is what is needed in the digital out-of-home world. So it will stay with us, but as you say, the content is pretty expensive. It needs to be well designed. You have to be in the right spots to see it at a certain level. But I think I wanted to get back to your question: why those things have not happened, like the automatic counting of people, etc. But I think this is why we have those competence days, so we can evangelize our partners, so they know that this is actually possible, so they can speak to the clients.
So you think this is not enough knowledge about this? This is possible.
I think so.
Because as he said, the sensors cost $10 or something like that.
Exactly.
And
we are manufacturers, so obviously we don't have so many people on the ground. We use the partners as our hands and feet, and they need to know that things are possible. The technology is here, the software is here, and we can deliver. So
because I was surprised, because I am talking, for example, it was the Media Markt, that they have screens, in front, a lot of screens with advertisement. We are coming to the shop, and then is standing the guy, with the paper, So it was a little bit shocked with this, So. For me, but okay, maybe the system, of course, was not integrated with this and so on.
Yeah, there's still ways to go. There's still ways to go.
Next question, starting from Łukasz now, just to give you the chance first now. What is the difference today with the signage for retail, signage for the corporate? The same, or this is different needs?
Definitely different needs. Even different ways of playlisting things for retail. Retail is very specific. They need kind of a slot scheduling possibility, because they sell time on screen rather than just want to communicate with people. It's a way of communication, obviously, but it's about selling adverts, first of all, for retail. So, well, first of all, reliability. Obviously, our players are super reliable. They've been designed from ground up. We have our own operating systems, both BrightSign and OneLAN OS. It's been designed to run forever, essentially. So we know, well, in England there's a nice saying, if something goes wrong, there is one throat to choke, because we know it's our hardware, it's our software, and it's supposed to run. Retail, especially because it's public places, etc., you cannot really react so quickly when you've got screen up high on top of the building, So the service time and the access levels and those things need to be considered. So it's not an easy business to be in, the retail. And then corporate, obviously, is about drawing attention of people who see the same screens every single day. So how do we get them engaged back with the screens? It's not so easy, because when you have the same content every day and again, people start treating it as a poster, because they know, I know it's on screen, I'm not even looking at it. So you need something new, something engaging, and one of those things is IPTV, for instance. Give them a TV channel so they can watch it, and subconsciously they will see all the things around it, because you will read the scrolling text, you will look at the weather, you will look at the time, obviously, and so on. So that's also important. The message always was, you need to give something to get back something from the system.
I think this is from always. That the first thing in signage is to grab attention of the viewer. Just to do something that he will watch on the screen. I think the system was important. If he is looking for the screen, then it's easier. To bring the message for him. Because if he is passing by and not turning head to this, we have no chance. What is your opinion, retail and corporate?
Yeah, I think of course it's right what Łukasz said, but for us the biggest difference is the backend system, because you have definitely a lot of different things that you have to connect. Because in the retail system you have to connect to your cache system, to your storage warehouse data and stuff like that. So it's for us a matter of data connection in the background to make that work, and also of course selling advertisers for the brands and stuff like that, counting them so that you can build them and so on. So that's the retail side. On the corporate side, it's a completely different game because you more like connect to your maybe Outlook for room signs and some other information. So for us it's a back-end thing, and that's why we say, hey, we have our hardware that you can use, obviously, like the displays everywhere. It doesn't matter, but on the software side, it's a completely different game. So that's why we diversified and not say, hey, we have our free BrightSign software that you can use for everything, because there are better things like can do, for example, corporate or stadiums. It's our partner Tripleplay, which can do that far better than our software, and it's the same for retail. There are some softwares out of that which are really specialized on that. They have the data connection points. They have everything ready. So for us, it's a back-end thing. What software drives these projects?
In corporate market, yeah, this is also the reservation system for the rooms, yeah. You have your own system, yeah. So and also you are trying to use it also in signage,
slightly different
yeah?
way, yes, than the systems would typically be used. So we allow the users to actually use the screen that's already hanging on a wall to display something meaningful. It could be any kind of messaging, like promoting internal events or welcoming the clients, or even displaying health and safety information. It depends, obviously, what is the case in.
So just to explain, this is a tablet, yeah.
Correct.
This is
yes.
a tablet, and then normally this is used for the showing the room is occupied or reserved or something like that.
The main idea is to go ad hoc. You see from the distance that the light is green or it's red, so you know the room is busy or it's not. Yes, if it's green, obviously you can walk up to that tablet, and the idea is you can book the meeting on the fly, ad hoc, as we say. You can obviously finish the meeting early. You can report some problems with equipment maybe inside. But you can also authenticate yourself with an NFC card that's built into the panel, so it looks really nice and neat. There is nothing kind of.
Does it has also the proximity sensor that if you are from some distance, this is, for example, advertisement, you are coming back closer. This, for example, can change for the reservation.
In our case, we don't have proximity sensors. You'd have to touch the screen. So when we are kind of in a signage mode, you walk up to the screen, and if you're interested into knowing what is the subject or who booked the room, you just press the screen and it wakes up and goes.
Do you have also such solutions or not?
I mean, through partners, yeah. So a lot of our software partners, like AppSpace, like others, are in the corporate market, and they have then also displays. Also, we partner with Bluefin. You know that they have the BrightSign player built in, so it's a screen or touch screen with the BrightSign player in the back. And yes, with our ecosystem, we can also do this kind of sign things and that us.
Okay. You are talking now to our partners, to the resellers. Yeah. I will give you the last chance, yeah, to convince them why they should invest in the signage. Yeah, first, this is the first topic, one, and then second, why they should invest in your products. Yeah, it will be second. Yeah, so first, why you should tell to these guys, yeah, please invest in signage. Yeah, Marc.
Yeah, I think it's the right time to start and invest in signage, because the market is growing. So you can look on the statistics. It's 16-18% per year growing market. There's a lot of new things like LED techniques and others. And I think also it's not overcrowded in sort of system integrators, which have really built up know-how, which can do projects. So I think it's a good time for people out of the Pro AV or IT industry really to educate themselves a little bit more on what's possible and to step into the market.
Okay, Łukasz, why they should interest?
Why?
To sell products, not your products, but in general signage.
The main idea of digital signage is to communicate, and we all know how it works, especially in corporate world. When you get an email from marketing, please forgive me, the marketing people, but it ends up in your spam box typically, as people don't have time to read it, etc. Email is gone, so that didn't work. You know, the next thing is, well, what do you do next? Well, you could call someone and speak to them on the phone. That also doesn't give you the impressions of their face, etc. So the message might not be as well received as it should be. Visual is always best. You know, we have this ingrained caveman brain that always reacts to exactly, and it's the facial expressions, etc. That's why video conferencing is so important. But you know, delivering it through signage and making sure that people will look at the screen by providing IPTV channel in it, that definitely works, and we know it works. And the corporate businesses, huge investment bankers, etc. They need instant and constant access to all the latest news.
I thought that you will answer the question also because you can earn more money. This is the margin behind, yeah? Guys, please sell. This is
No,
2
that's
points,
exactly
3 points. I
that's
don't know.
obviously what I wanted to say. I mean, it's a red market, and of course the margins are far better than on maybe other UCC products or IT products where the hardware margins are dropping instantly. So
Why BrightSign?
yeah,
One sentence.
as one of the market leaders, we have the stable system, and we have the nice ecosystem that we just discussed with the software, with the sensors and everything. So I think we are the perfect partner to help, and we have the people on the ground to get our system integrators to the next level and make successful projects.
Łukasz, why?
Why Tripleplay? Well, because as a group we've been named number 4 in the digital signage world globally, so we can deliver any project on the kind of consultative basis. So we can talk to the client and tell them the right product for their needs, because not all products are equal, obviously. We have products that are better in the kind of offline environment. If you have a network that maybe goes offline quite often, but we also have product that can deliver live events from glass to glass in less than 100 milliseconds for stadiums, for instance.
Okay, so we see that this is probably the good opportunity for extra business, because also during this conference we are trying to show you not only the products that you know, but also the vendors, our partners, that with products that maybe you didn't start selling yet. So I think this is the next opportunity for the channel, to sell it, and then maybe both guys or one of them, this is your choice, it could be your partner for the future business. Thank you very much for nice talk.
Thank you.
I think will
Thank
be
you
also
for having
helpful
us.
for our partners. Thank you very much.